Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And I was asked in the last couple of videos to check out the Raft series of Let's Game It Out, since we just watched the Satisfactory one. So yeah, let's get into it. I played a lot of Raft, but I only played really with friends on modded playthroughs. So I never really beat the game. We kind of just built stuff up and kept traveling to random islands, and that was about it. So I'm not entirely sure how the storyline works, but I know there is a storyline, kind of. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm sure it's going to be just as broken with everything else he does.
Josh, welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're checking out Raft today, where we have to survive on the open water forever, and I'm sure we'll have some fun along the way. And also, this video is sponsored by NVIDIA GeForce Now, which is their cloud gaming service that lets you play your own PC games without needing a high-powered gaming rig or even installing the game locally.
That actually works pretty good as long as you've got fiber. If you don't have fiber, well, anything you need really low latency for it to work well.
And to showcase its capabilities, this whole episode has been recorded using GeForce Now. So everything you're seeing is not coming from my own computer. It's coming from their computers.
Which means it's probably better. Your computer needs a break, Josh, because... Jeez, I mean... How many graphics cards have you burned? I bet you playing games, or I bet you Josh playing games is kind of like mining crypto. You really never know what's going to happen.
But I'll talk more about that later in the video. For now, let's get our raft underway. So here we are in the big, beautiful world of Raft. Just you, me, this fellow, as well as this fun hook tool, my beautifully manicured fingernails, and miles of debris. Oh, and this is our raft. So here's basically how this works. You have to collect resources as they go by, stuff like plastic.
I always wondered how this kind of world kind of worked. Like, you just like, I don't know, fell off a ship or something, or you're on an island, and then, you know, you're like, well, I kind of got to leave, but I wonder how this is going to work. It never really made sense, but there's just unending trash in this world.
Palm leaves and planks. Some things like that barrel full of goodies was close enough for us to just pick up and grab, kind of like this plank of wood or this bottle. But some stuff is just gonna drift on by, and that's what this tool is for. Huh, there we go. Come to Raft Daddy. So pretty much it's a game of just collecting as much stuff as we can, and thank God for the constant state of debris in the ocean. Now you might be wondering, Josh, what about all that stuff you missed? Why don't you
Yeah, I play this game on hard mode only. So once you die, you die. That's
just go swim out to it? I mean, we can, but I think you know what's going to happen, which is we have a friend down here that wants to speak to us. So I think we'll just stay up here in the relative safety of our raft and slowly collect garbage. But don't worry, though, we're not going to be adrift forever. For example, I think I see something
island
on the horizon.
Actually, that's a pretty
that's
big
an island, all right. Hey, what's that?
I was like, that was actually a pretty big island at the beginning. It wasn't. I'm just dumb.
Noise. Hey,
make a spear.
Let go of that. Really? Took a bite out of my raft? Well, I think it's official. I know the name of that shark. It's definitely Grace. Anyway, let's check out this.
Okay, this is the first time I've heard the shark being called Grace. I know the shark's name is Bruce, technically, but I was told that Grace is a big thing with Let's Game It Out videos. I didn't hear anything about it yet, but we've only really watched the Enshrouded one and the Satisfactory series, which has no real NPC kind of things. Enshrouded does, but it was a little different.
Island. Oh, whoops. There goes my raft. Well, you know what? I'm sure we didn't need it that badly. I mean, after all, we found land. Wasn't that the point of...
This world... This world generates around the raft as the main point. So if you lose your whole raft, you're stuck. But if the raft leaves... you're gonna lose because the you can't just make another raft. Well, you could potentially make another raft right down. And no, you can't actually. You do need something connecting to the first raft, and then you can delete it. But you do have to connect it to the first raft first. You can delete like the middle platforms, for instance, so you can make like a fortress of rafts or like a colony of rafts. But yeah, I don't... the island's going to despawn, won't it?
Of it all. Besides, if we need another one, I'm sure we can just build it, right?
No,
so let's check out what's on this
can't.
island. Let's see, we got flowers and trees and all of our beloved trash. Yep, I think everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. It just despawns.
Wait a minute. What? How come what happened to the island? And where's Grace to kill me? In fact, where's anything? Well, we're still out here.
So the upside is, I mean, the downside is you'll never find your raft again. The upside is the shark only spawns around the raft and follows the raft into eternity.
Here, haven't seen a soul. Oh, I see, we're getting a little weak in the knees, huh? Well, we'll try this again on the next go-around. So this is what it felt like to be Jack at the end of Titanic. Okay, round 2. So I looked it up and I figured out why the island disappears. Basically, the game is auto-generating stuff around your raft.
Yeah.
And if you get too far away from stuff, it just despawns. You know, like that island. Or even Grace here. In other words, until we can actually anchor the raft, we gotta stick with it. Bye, island. I'm sure we'll see other ones just like you. Okay, so let's fix up our raft a little bit. To do that, we're gonna build something called a building hammer, which allows us to add to our raft. So we're gonna add a bunch. Now we at least
He had plenty of stuff. He could have anchored it on that first island. Oh well.
have just a little more breathing room. And while we keep pulling resources out of the water, we got to be thinking about the next necessities we're gonna need. Most notably, ways to take care of water and food. And for that, we're gonna make a simple purifier and grill. Oh, I'm sorry, did I disturb your concentration? Okay, Grace, you know what? That's the last one you get. Because now we're gonna craft a wooden spear. No more tasty boat treats
That's
for
what you
you.
need.
Yeah, be scared. Even though you probably don't know I'm here. I like how for placing, your guy just aims his finger out. Like, yes, right there. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Stab her
whoa,
in the
whoa.
face.
Get off that. Unhand that. Yeah, that'll teach you. So much commotion.
I can't believe I already said her. I'm referring to it as Grace, even though I know who the main character. They named it Bruce.
Anyway, back to food. And through our harvesting, we at some point found this potato. Meanwhile, let's point to victory and put this thing down. There we go. That's how we're gonna purify our water. We put the salt water in this thing. It condenses on that leaf and drops all the clean water in that cup over there. While we wait for that, let's go ahead and eat our cooked potato. Looks delicious. And that's pretty much how we stay alive. We eat literal garbage we've scavenged. We drink the delicious fresh water we've made, and we just keep amassing resources. We can also make a fishing rod, which is just adorable. Let's see, we just kind of, yes, fish, come eat another.
Huh. I've never actually noticed the fishing, the lure on the end of the fishing line.
Fish looking thing. And there we go, a raw mackerel. On the grill you go. Okay, next order of business. See that island in the distance there? I feel like we're gonna drift right by it. So let's see if we can't change our trajectory a little. To do that, we're gonna need to build a sail. Okay, let's see, where should it, whoa, that's pretty big. Okay, yeah, sure, that's not in the way at all. Oh yeah, it looks great.
You need that anchor, dude.
Unfurl, my pretty, and now face the proper direction. What do you want? Okay, stop it. Or my spear could break. Oh, you win this round. I guess I should make things a little bit bigger so I can actually see. And to make sure we can hang out where the raft doesn't leave without us, we're gonna build this
There you
thing.
go.
A one-time use throwable anchor. And as soon as we're close enough, I'll just lazily dump this overboard. Now, be a good raft and stay put. You too, Grace. So it seems like these little islands have a couple of things to offer. We got stuff like mango trees. We can go ahead and
I mean, yeah, the first few islands are very useful, but what you really want is all the stuff in the water. And if you get far enough away from your raft, assuming it's not getting completely destroyed by the shark won't follow you to the other side of the island, which is really good and useful information. So you can farm a lot of the stuff underground. It's even better if you have other people playing with you, because one person can keep the shark distracted.
just beat on them for a while and collect a whole bunch of mango and other stuff. In fact, the same goes for all these trees. Beat them up, take their resources, leave nothing behind. I'm sure these trees have been here for thousands of years until I came along. Something I also haven't brought up yet is this guide thing right here. This is essentially the story component of the game. I want to believe I'm not one of these two,
I don't know if
but
I've
this
ever read the
tiny
guide.
child right here. And they just kind of put me on a raft and was like, have fun. You're a forward scout now. There's a bunch of starter rules that we already know, but here's the one I want to draw your attention to. Follow any radio frequencies. If it's still broadcasting, it's above water.
Yeah, we played this game for like 50, 60 hours, and we basically never, ever built the broadcast station.
A couple of things I actually found on the open water are these blueprints for a receiver and an antenna. So I guess this is what they meant. We need to build this. There's also one other thing we want to do on this island before we shove off, which is let's take a little swim. If we head on down here, we can pick up fun stuff like seaweed, and there's a couple other materials we need as well. If we bash at these things right here on the wall with our tool,
This is actually still a really good tutorial, and assuming he's on the opposite side, the shark won't attack him.
metal ore. And we got something else here. Copper, as well as random scrap metal.
Yeah, that's all required. Oh, you're drowning.
Oh, and I guess that noise is me drowning, so I should probably surface for air. You know, I don't know where Grace is. She's probably eating the whole boat right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's keep salvaging. And since I'll be doing this for a while, let's take a second and talk about our sponsor, which is NVIDIA GeForce Now. So I often get asked, Josh, what kind of computer do you have? I want to torment games like you do, but I want to make sure my computer can handle it. Try it for yourself. The link you need is down in the description. Thanks again to NVIDIA for sponsoring. And now back to Raft. To my total surprise, the raft is still there. And I think I see our next target, whatever that is off in the distance. While we slowly make our way to whatever that...
I think they changed it in one of the recent updates where the shark will still keep attacking the boat even if you're gone. But maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
We're running a little low on space.
It could also be dependent on difficulty.
Let's go ahead and make a small storage container. And there you go. Lovely. Let's put a bunch of our garbage in there.
Perfect.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? I don't have
Those
any
are
other
good.
anchors, so we're going to need to be quick. Huh. Okay, let's see. We can't search anything on here
Hurry up.
except
Grab that
apparently
crate
this one
before it
crate, which I will take. Oh, God. Come back. Come back. Come back. Ugh. Jeez. And I guess once you take that one crate, off it goes. And I guess... oh, so says Grace. Yep, that's all I needed to see. Let's get out of here. Looks like it had some fun miscellaneous stuff in it, including this vine goo,
That's
as
useful.
well as this fish stew recipe. Cool.
Vine goo is some of the most important stuff you can possibly have in this game.
This looks easy to make. 2 fish crying out for help, 1 egg, and a bucket full of glue. Can't wait. Grace, I said stop hitting the boat. Oh. Grace, you okay there? Well, I guess we'll find out eventually. Nope, she's
Yeah, she just keeps respawning.
back. Welcome back, Grace. Okay, next order of business. First, let's extend the raft a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. There we go. Isn't that nice? In fact, besides supplies, is there really anything stopping me from just building
Nope.
all the way out here? Huh. Apparently not. Something tells me this is gonna get real interesting in the future. See, look how useful this already is. Just aim this plank all the way over at the island.
You can absolutely do this, but the problem is the longer you make this like area, you're gonna keep getting stuck on islands, and it's gonna be really annoying.
Anchor it right from here. Yes, surely this is gonna work splendidly. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I step away for 2 seconds and you eat the boat.
Even if they eat the center of the plank system, it still shouldn't float away. It should still
Other
be
news,
fine.
I learned we can build a bed. Might as well put it right at the end of this plank. Ah, yes, truly, the most ideal rest, as I casually go underwater and get a nice quick view of my ever-present companion. Oh, good, yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Shockingly, the boat's still holding together
Yep.
through the power of muscle memory. Anyway, we need to get started on building this stuff. And to do that, we're gonna unlock the research table so we can learn how to build it. Which, let's see, let's go ahead and put it right. Yeah, there we go. Hanging dangerously off the side like that.
Yeah,
So the way
your
we do
shark
some
skin, you
research
just
is we pretty
destroy
much
it
just
again.
give it an item, we hit research, and it starts to tell us what kind of stuff we can unlock. So I'm just gonna feed it all the random stuff I have in my inventory.
Right.
Look at all these things we can now learn. Now I get to see pop-ups forever. I did notice the receiver is one thing I haven't unlocked yet, because while I've unlocked planks, plastic, and hinges, I haven't researched circuit boards. We're just gonna start manufacturing stuff on our raft? Well, sign me up. Okay, so for these circuit boards, we've already researched plastic
Yeah, I love how you make circuit boards in this game. It's just ridiculous.
and vine goo, but we still need to unlock copper ingots. For that, we're gonna need a smelter. Let's see, so we could place this thing in like a logical location, or we could build something silly. Let's see, first we got this
Perfect.
little platform up
least-
here.
at least
and
the
let's
shark
see if we
can't get
add
there.
some random support beams here, and then we can add another wooden floor.
Wait, what?
right here, and another stairway right here. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. This definitely won't lead to structural problems. Okay, so
Not
let's
in this
just
game.
go ahead. We'll just put one here and one right off the edge like that.
Perfect.
Okay, sensational. I can't believe this is working. Oh, you know what this could use? An amazing filter. Obviously, letterbox. Let's see, let's go as horizontal as we can. Wow, that's really horizontal. Okay, maybe not that horizontal. Okay, that's
Huh. I didn't know you could do a lot of fun things with the NVIDIA GeForce Now stuff, so that's actually pretty cool.
better. And let's give it a little tilt shift. Well, this isn't the moment I meant.
Actually, if you're a game streamer, I would actually say that's probably a good idea to have, because you can do a lot of fun like automatic editing tricks without even having to do any actual work.
to capture, but I guess this is your time to shine, Grace. Thank you for your blessing. And how about a little watercolor? Ah, yeah, there we go. Now it's like we're playing a treasure map. Thanks, GeForce Now. I still can't
That's
believe
actually
these
pretty
things
cool.
work here. 2 giant lumps of copper just smelting away as if this is completely normal.
You could have put them up on a.
And there we go, a perfect copper ingot. We can finally
You could have
learn how
put
to
him
make
up on a
circuit
single
boards.
stick.
And ta-da, a nice handcrafted circuit board, just like our ancestors used to make. And now we can finally build the antenna and receiver. Okay, let's see, where do we want to put this receiver? I didn't realize it came with a nice conference table too. Actually, you know what? Let's take it up here. Okay, getting better. Let's put a couple more posts up and some more floors up here. Okay.
Now that I'm watching him make a lot of these items, I'm like, yeah, How are we making these items? How the heck did we make a circuit board from 3 random items? Our guy is a genius.
Okay, now we're talking. We're gonna put it right up there. All we need to do is just go up this little spot and then go up this little ramp, and there we go. Held up by those cables alone. Okay, let's see what it has
Well, you can definitely do this. The antennas have to be a lot higher.
to say. Well, if I'm reading this correctly, it means I need to have 3 antennas connected. Do you think it matters where I put them? Also, Grace, can you chill on these platforms?
Unfortunately,
Wait,
it
like,
does.
how lazy can I be about this? Can I just mash all 3 next to each other? Wow, not only are they too close to each other, they're at the wrong altitude. You need higher altitude? You just said the magic words. And we'll have it turn, and then we'll have it go up this way for a little while. Yeah, so far so good. Oh my god, and I can just put a platform right up here like
Sure,
this?
why
I mean,
not?
This is what they wanted, right? Oh, now it's too far? I'm not sure what the problem is. Well, what if I go all the way over here? You know,
Yeah,
to
it's
my
annoying.
open
There's a
bed
little bit of a
chambers.
magic
How would we
number.
feel about this? I mean, it runs the wire all the way back. Sigh. Also too far. I don't get it. Where do you want these things? Okay, fine. What if I just place one right here? That was good enough for you? Just one right there like that? Like a normal person? Okay, I set them up in totally normal places. I'm not happy about it, but there they are. And I'm not taking this down.
Okay, so at least you didn't have to... Oh, you know what? They don't actually have to be at a higher level because most people build the receiver down on the first level. So I guess you can build it on the same level as the receiver as long as it's on a different level. So that's good to know for future if I
Now
build
when
a
we
bigger
can
boat.
almost reach the birds up there. Are you happy now?
Yep.
Okay, well, there we go. We found something. Well, let's head to it. Well, call it a hunch. I think this is probably the place. Let's see. What's the best way to anchor this? In you
In
go.
the window. Perfect.
Well, all right. Good enough for me. Okay, you wait right here, Raft. I'll be right back. Seems like the place is pretty well cleaned out, except for the occasional scrap. We got a whiteboard
Yeah.
here. And
I don't think
a
we've
note.
ever
Let's
even been
see,
to
what
the
did
first
that note
area.
say? People, question mark? I bet these numbers are coordinates. And it looks like we're amassing some tabs here. We got first page, we got the radio tower, and we've got vegetarian. That's totally what it said. Don't rewind the video.
he's
Let's
got
boot this
further
thing
than
up
me.
and put it in our new coordinates of 3358. Easy peasy, float our way to another island squeezy. Bye, radio tower. Come on, Grace. Let's go on another adventure. Yeah, just like that. That's
Jeez,
what
Grace
I
has
meant. You know
been,
what?
like,
I'm getting real
wrecking
tired of
those,
picking up all this trash. So while we wait to get to our next destination, I have an idea. We're gonna build these things called collection nets. Automatically catches items that float into it. That is
All right.
just what I wanted. Okay, so as a
That
test,
is the best thing in the world for this game.
let's see how this thing goes. You trash, get in there now. Oh, well, that's all I needed to see. Let's go ahead and build something beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that.
This definitely was hours later because the initial like 10 to 20 of them are a nightmare.
That's working splendidly.
Holy
There was another
crap. Well, he has every item he ever will need.
game I played called Buoyancy, where I built what was effectively a giant wiper blade that just picked up trash, and it looks like we were able to do that again, because it turns out
Okay,
you
we'll have
can
to
just
check out
keep
Buoyancy.
on building. So far out that when I get to the end, and then I turn around, I can barely see my proper raft. What I'm trying to say is my days of manually salvaging are long gone. Hello, endless supplies. Oh, and I'm not the only one that's been busy. Grace has made sure it's
only
harder
build
and
it one
harder for me to
direction?
get some
You
sleep.
gotta do all
Doesn't
four.
mean I can't still get over there, though. After all, the best sleep is when your adrenaline's fully pumping, wondering if you're gonna get pulled under the waves by a shark. And that's the secret to sleeping like a baby. Oh, you know what? I think we're here. Although it's hard to know where here is. But thank God I can just walk right up to it. Whoa!
Oh, hey,
or
there's like a
can
cruise
I?
ship.
Oh, it's a cruise liner. You know, what's funny is it
Yeah, I've never been here. I played this game for so long and never once made it to this
would
ship.
be to put down one anchor to hold this whole thing in place. I'm thinking we can just use building to do it. Just kind of hook it around this
Yeah,
piece
you
right
should be
here.
able to.
Okay. Oh. Easy. Okay, I think we did it. I feel like this is like
So what it might do though is it might literally like springboard back and like throw the raft sideways.
the equivalent of the entire raft holding on with just its pinky. But hey, it seems to be working, so let's go check this out. Corridors, great. Darkness, great. Definitely no people here. Hello? Is anyone gonna finish this game of 8-ball? I call nexties. Okay, so there's actually a whole bunch of stuff you have to do
bomb?
to get up here, but the important part is I made it to the bridge. And what do we have here? Another note? Must we leave
Oh, I kind of wanted to see what you had to do since I haven't actually beaten this part of the
Lasagna
game.
Island to go to Balboa. Oh, and what's this? Steering wheel. Allows you to rotate. And what's this? Engine. Allows you to go different directions and increase your speed. Well, let's go make some additions, shall we? Okay, first things first, let's put this wheel down. I can think of no spot more suited for this than up here. Ah, yeah, that's fantastic. Hold to rotate smoothly. Okay, we'll see about that. Huh, you know, I couldn't place Y, but I think our raft might be stuck. I'll just leave this in the far right position and just go check it out. Oh, you're fine. Let's just go ahead and cut it off right here. Let's get rid of the little hook we made. Whoa, what happened? Well, seems like it's free now. I also like all the cabling coming from my, let's call it the bridge. Oh my God, what is happening? Wait, is this the speed this thing can turn? What does this look like if I'm just in the water? It looks like a deranged robot trying to escape, that's what. Wow, I didn't realize adding a wheel would do so much. I like that Grace is over here like,
Okay, that's pretty funny. I didn't even know how fast it would go.
what's happening? Okay, let's pull
that's
this
even
back
without the
before I'm
motors.
motion sick forever. And let's go make it worse by installing that motor. I don't even know how this is supposed to work. Can I put it anywhere? Ooh, stellar. Okay,
can,
let's
but
see.
it only
One
goes, like,
wheel
one direction.
equals $100. Oh, and I
it's
gotta
100
put planks in
platforms.
here. Okay, good thing we got a lot of those lying around. Seems like it's struggling a little bit. Oh, you know what? I think that's one wheel handles 100 foundations. Okay, now I know why you're struggling. I guess we just need to add a couple more then. Okay, there we go. There's 5 beautiful thingamajigs. Let's make sure to fill them all up with wood. Oh yeah, that seems better. Okay, so I can't really tell how fast we're going, so I guess let's just jump in the water and find out. That's really chugging, all right. Well, I bet we can all see where this is going. Hold, please. This might take a little while. Okay, and there we go.
God.
Engines as far as the eye can see. And while I was making some modifications, I went ahead and added some other fins to each and
Is he gonna set it to rotate one direction with engines running?
every one of the other sides. Can't have us missing out on some of that trash, right? So I think a demonstration is in order. Oh yeah, collect all that trash. And now this way, no trash gets away. All for me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and attempt to aim ourselves towards the big blue dot.
I mean, if you think about it, that's actually a good setup because the only way that you can lose parts of your raft is if you destroy it. Because if Grace destroys it, you just fill in the gaps. And you should have infinite amount of stuff at this
Okay, I
point.
think that should be about good. Let's go start up the engines.
Oh,
You're
haven't even
fine.
started
Oh
the
boy,
engines
this
up?
is gonna take a while. And off it goes. I have absolutely no idea if it's going fast or not. The only thing I know is I'm about to hit my face and lose a bunch of teeth. Okay, it's been a little while, but we're almost there. Or at least I assume. You know, actually, I don't think we're getting any closer. And I think I know why. Oh
you
yeah,
ran into
we've
it.
already arrived. We're just drilling into this forever. Well, that's okay. We'll just turn the wheel a little bit. Okay, and there we go. Easy, easy. And now hard left. So let's see, how do we think we're gonna get up there? This seems like
Build
an
up
easy
there.
solution. Thank God we've been
Yeah.
sucking up so much trash this whole time. Woo, okay, we made it. Oh, well, this is very serene. Hey, what's this? Relay station. Don't
Careful,
mind if
bears.
I do. Bear coming to kill me. Don't mind if I do. He's like, I haven't seen anyone in 100 years. I was just coming to say hi. Ah. Mama Bear coming to ruin my
Hey, at least
existence.
you got the upgraded
Now that
spear.
I do mind. Okay, I managed to sneak inside this cave she was guarding. I'm just gonna take whatever this is. A machete? All my prayers have been answered. And just out of spite, let's take all her mushrooms, passive-aggressively at a distance eat them all behind her, and then maybe sneak up on her. Oh god. Okay, cool story. You know, I think I'll just take my chances with Grace. At least I know what to expect. This is actually
should
the
use
last
the bow for
story
that,
island for
for the
now in
bear.
Raft. But, you know, when they drop new content, perhaps we'll take a look at what comes next. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I'm pretty sure so did Grace. I'll take that as a yes. Thanks again to NVIDIA GeForce Now for sponsoring.
Yeah, I actually learned a lot in this this episode, which is funny because I played this game for quite a few hours, but because I kind of skipped the storyline, and this is kind of at the very beginning, Josh did a really good job of explaining how to play the game. I'm gonna move back because it's giving me a headache, but now yeah, I've never made it to the motors or anything like that. I just really like building the raft, so I'm like boring in this game, but. Yeah, it's good to know though about the antenna that they can be all at the same level as long as it's high enough up. So that's good to know. So you can kind of build like a perch for it. So that could actually be some pretty good design choices if you're not building all crazy and whatnot. As for this section, I thought what happened was when I've only ever I always built like a giant square, and then put these around it I armored the edges, right? I didn't realize you could just replace them. I thought when Grace like destroyed like a section, it would just delete the entire section running out, but I guess not. So that's good to learn. That's a good learning experience there. So yeah, I actually learned something from this video. And yeah, it was literally insane with the windmill effectively, but hey, it works. I mean, you basically have infinite items, so why not, right? Yeah, it was great. It was a great video. Go check out his channel. All right, have a good day, everyone.